Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel and to the flip through of my bird journal. I bet you thought I'd forgotten all about it, or maybe you've forgotten all about it, but it's just been sitting there. But this coming weekend I'm actually taking it down to my friends, so I thought I'd better get it finished and get the bag made. This is actually my second attempt at doing this video. I made one yesterday doing the flip through, but I hadn't actually made the bag at that point. So and I wasn't happy with the video when I went to do some editing on it. I kept wandering off screen and the colour was bad because I was using my glass mat and it just didn't look right. So I thought I'd do it again, but this time I'll make sure I've got the bag finished and then I'm all absolutely ready to go. So here it is. I've used this quite thick, I think it's probably some sort of curtaining fabric, but it's quite nice. It's got leaves on it, so it's got a sort of botanical look to it, and I thought the colour went really well with the journal. So I've just been making that, and I haven't done a fastening or anything. I think because it's quite heavy, I'm not sure it needs it, but I've just done this bit of trim on it, and this is the same trim as I use inside the journal, so that I thought that would just go quite nicely with it. So let's just go into the journal and have a little look through, see if you can remember what I made, because it's been a while. So take it out. So this is for my friend Jo. Known Jo for many years. We first met when we worked as new graduates at Foyle's the bookshop. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it. It used to be at the time quite a famous bookshop in the centre of London on Charing Cross Road, and it was run by a lady called Christina Foyle. So she was of the Foyle family, and she ran the place with a rod of iron. And she liked to employ young people who just graduated or just left school. But she'd only employ you for 6 months and then you'd got the boot. Because if you were employed at that time for more than 6 months, she'd have to pay you holiday pay or sick pay. So you couldn't be ill and you couldn't take time off. But you were only there for 6 months, and then you'd get the call to go upstairs and you get your cards and off you went. So it was one of those. Everybody knew that was the situation, and it caused quite it was a bit controversial, but it gave us a bit of camaraderie, I think, among the staff, and we were all young, and it was fine. And Jo and I we worked together in the same department, and we got on really well, and we've just been friends ever since. And that was 40 odd years ago now, quite a long time ago. In fact, a couple of years ago we made a little nostalgic trip back to Foyles. I don't think either of us had been there since we'd worked there, because it was our 40 years since we'd started work. So that was in 2019. So yeah, it had been 40 years at that point. And we went back and we barely recognised the place. It had changed, of course, in those years, out of all recognition. It had a cafe, and it was all very lovely and very different to our day, when it was all quite Victorian and very strange place to work. Anyway. That's how we met, and she was even one of my bridesmaids. We shared a flat for a while. She was one of my bridesmaids when I got married, and yeah, so she's a very dear friend. So I do hope she likes this. So I'll just get into it. I've just wrapped it in this beautiful sari silk that goes quite well, and I think since I showed you last time, I've added this bit of trim around the bottom there and a big old button just to finish it off. And I think that just gives it a little finishing touch, which I'm rather pleased with. So that looks all right. And then inside, you see that's that matching piece of trim. And so I've got an envelope here. This is an envelope I made as one of Roxy's weekly challenges. I think you'll find there's a lot of things in here from those challenges. And that's just got the letter inside that's printed on parchment, just to sort of talk to Jo about about the journal and what she can do with it, perhaps. And I've done her a bookmark. It's just really just like a tag, but with a pointy bit at the bottom rather than a bit at the top. It's got a little button on it, a bit of rick-rack top and bottom, so she can just mark where her place if she wants to. And I've also made a writing board. It's not enormous, but it's just enough, just to put behind it. I didn't do it the full size of the page because I wanted it to fit in the pocket, so it's just enough you can move it around and use it to write on if you want to. So, which I have Mod Podged. There was a few things that as I went through when I did the first episode of this, the first version of this video, there was a few things I realised I hadn't done, and Mod Podging this was one of them. So I went ahead and did that yesterday after I'd finished recording. So that's finished, and yeah, so this little pocket has got a little charm on it. And then here we are, we've got one of the big tags from the Artie Mays and Tracy Fox Nature's Remedies kit, and I think this paper's come from that as well, although there's a few birdie bits. And they're also, a lot of the birdie stuff is, I think I'm doing it again, I've gone off screen. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm pushing the book too far off ahead of myself, too far in front of myself, and I think that's what I kept doing yesterday. And then I realised that half the book's off screen most of the time. So if I do it again, I do apologise, I'll try and keep it on screen. So there we are, there's another big tag. And a cluster that I haven't put anything behind, but I've left it as a tuck spot in case anybody, in case Joe wants to put a photograph or a note or something behind there. Then on this pocket here, there's a little journal card there, and another journal card here, and one of the tags from Rachel's challenge just popped behind there. Okay, and the fabric flip, I'm not sure, I haven't done fabric flips much before, but I thought I had some lovely fabrics that would work, and then I just did some stenciling and stamping behind there. And this is the flap part of the envelope that I put in. So this has been made into a pocket. We're using some Edith Holden pages, and then the book, the journal card, nice big journal card inside, goes in there. Does go in, and the other side of the Edith Holden there. And this is the multi-flip, so it goes, flips this way, journal card and a couple of little cards here. Card goes down there. And I'm trying to remember where I saw this. There is a video where I made this, and it tells you where I got the design from, but I'm floated if I can remember now. So if you look on my playlist for this journal, you'll see where I made this flip out piece, and it'll tell you where it came from, where I got the idea from. It's clearly not my idea. So that's that one, and then it goes over the page as well, and there's a little journal card there, and a tag, another one of Rachel's tags there with a stamping on fabric, that one was, and a little journal card, tag in that pocket there. Lots of little ruffles, and because this is not really a lacy journal, very little lace. There's the odd bit, but not much lace in this journal. I didn't feel it was quite appropriate, but I have to put in quite a lot of my ruffles. I love a ruffle. So this is the piece of the Stamperia Botanicals paper, just done as a flip out, and a little hidden tag in there in a vellum pocket, and another tag at the back. And this is the belly band, and the fabric is the same as the fabric on the edges. It's the same as the fabric on the front, on the cover. This is the Corey Darman flip out booklety thing. So a couple of tags there. These are all from the Stamperia paper pad that I was using, and a journal card. And then a flip up with some writing space here, and then a booklet, writing booklet here. And that just tucks in. Oh, it tucks in there, and it pops in here. And then on this side, another big tag, and one of the pockets that I made as part of the weekly challenge, and a little journal card goes in there. Journal card, tag. I always get tags and journal cards mixed up. They're basically the same thing, just different shape. Tag and journal card, one of each in here. and there's the middle, and I've got a couple of little tiny charms. These charms were the whole, you know, the little ring that attaches them. I couldn't even get a ball pin through them very easily. It was quite difficult. I managed once, I think, on the front pocket, but I've just tied a piece of the cord through it. So I've got a little tiny hummingbird there, and a little dragonfly, I think, there. Okay, and then this little double pocket, so there's a tag there and a journal card there. Here's a tuck and a journal card in the tuck, and a little bit of stenciling in the background and some stamping as well. Just had a bit of fun with some stamps and stencils really on this journal. More stenciling and stamping, and a big journal card tucked behind there. Another one of the Roxy's Challenge pockets there. And again, one of her pockets, I think. One of the, using a window envelope and a big tag. Put behind there. I really like that one of my favourites. Just lots of little clustery bits sticking on. Did a lot of things on this journal that I haven't really done before, like making clusters and a few other bits and pieces in the stenciling, things I haven't done that much on journals before. Not that I've made that many, to be honest. Okay, there's a little booklet, just a few pages into a folded. These are folded journal cards from the Stamperia paper pad, and then I've added the bird on the front. And then this is a piece of the paper, and some of this paper that I think the other end was the bit I attached. What was it? Oh, this is the other one, because it's quite sturdy paper. This is where I attached this multi-flip onto this side of it, and this side of it I just folded, and it's a journal. It's more of a journaling space really. And right, another little charm managed to get onto here. It's not really lying very well, but never mind. This is the other half of the envelope with a journal card. What's in there? Okay, just some nice journaling space. Another one of Roxy's flip out envelope pocket, I suppose this is, with the tag that goes with it, that pops behind there. Oops, put it back in. I think it catches actually a little bit. Okay, so that goes like that. Another one. This is one of Rachel's. This is where I had all the little, this is a little pocket with the vellum cover. And you'll see I made one for my wedding journal as well, and it's got lots of little bits and pieces in the pocket in there. Tickets and little stamped pieces and all sorts of bits and pieces. So that's really sweet. I like these ones very much. Hang on, let's just pop that back in there. It's got the little paper clip, and then this has gone into one of my envelope pockets, which I probably made. I don't know, it should go in there like that. It'll go the other way. Okay, goes in like that. Just a little tiny pocket. Just popped on, I think, at the last minute, that one. There was a space and I had a pocket, so just popped it on. And then this is side tuck with another one of the big Artie Mays tags. And there we are, we're right at the back. I did actually sign this one. I haven't signed any of the others. I was watching one of Gail's videos and she said you really ought to sign your journal, so I have signed it at the back here. And then in this back pocket I had this little snippet, so I made it into a pocket and put this little tiny tag in it. And I've got my matchbook style notepad. So So that flips up, and then these bits all come out, and then you've got just a few pieces of writing paper here, and that just tucks back in like that. So that's that one. And then this was the other little booklety thing I made, and this has got a pocket here with a journal card, and this was using the other Stamperia paper pad, which was the forest one, which has got some gorgeous images of, I mean, isn't he absolutely magnificent? Gorgeous animals. So this flips out here. There's a journal card here with a very fierce looking eagle, I think. He's rather splendid. And a couple of little journaling spots here, just journal on the back. And we've got a little tag here, or another little journaling card here with a squirrel on. Pops into this pocket here. So that's there. And these are gorgeous, aren't they? These little fox cubs, very cute. Okay, and then on the back there's one more journaling card, again with a squirrel. I love a squirrel, and is this a red squirrel? Looks like a red squirrel. Yeah, so that's the final thing in the back of the journal, in the back pocket there. Pop that in there. So there it is, all done and ready to go. And hopefully my friend enjoys just leafing through, perhaps making some notes, taking some things out, writing on them. Better put my little bits back in this pocket, hadn't I? So that goes in there. And I've got my bookmark there, and my little letter there, which I think I might put the bookmark. It's going to catch otherwise. Put that there, I think, and then the bookmark. Whoop. There. Just a second, what's going on? Seems to be catching on something. Alright, it's just the... Okay. Right, don't want to put them all just piled on top. Have some sort of arrangement about them. Alright, so... It's catching on the corner, that's the problem. That's it. There we are, like that. That will do nicely. Right, okay. All I've got to do then, wrap it up in its sari silk and put it in its bag, and we'll pack it ready for our trip this weekend. So we're going to go down for a couple of days and spend the day with dear Joe. Right. I'm not going to do that on camera because I know I'll make a mess of it and I'll have to do it again. So there it is. That's my bird journal all done and dusted. Thank you very much for joining me. Do join me again soon. Bye for now.